Today we'll discuss about the basic difference among stats, event stats, and stream stats commands. So before we start, let me show you the data I have indexed. So I have vendor details like different vendor names, city they belongs to, longitude, latitude, and their different states and countries and their weights. Okay. So for simplicity purpose, I have just filtered out the data for Japan and Australia, and I have just taken vendor country, vendor city, and weight columns. Okay, so if I run this command, so if you see, I have total 8 events now, 8 rows here with the details. Now, if I run this command, stats, okay, count by vendor country. Let's see what it is returning. So if you see now, I was having eight total rows. Now stats is returning me 2 rows for different country and their count. Okay, so that's why stats is called transforming command, because the number of rows going inside the stats command and the number of rows coming outside the stats commands are different. Okay, let us skip this query. Now just write stats count by vendor country and then vendor city. Now as for all these two combinations, we have total 8 rows. Now stats is giving me total 8 rows only with count 111 itself. Otherwise, if I am just using vendor country, so for Australia it was giving 4, for Japan it was giving 4 as 4 only. So let's skip this query as it is. Now we'll go to this event stats. Okay, so we'll start from here. Now, event stats and stream stats are streaming command. That means if the number of rows, let's say 8, going inside event stats, the number of rows outside of event stats will be 8 as well. So that means event stats outputs will be added to each and every rows or events, similar to the stream stats. But fundamentally they are different. I'll show you what is the difference is. So if I write now the same command, okay, event stats count by vendor country. Okay, what's happening? If you see, it is giving me 8 only. Whether when stat was giving me 2, event stat is giving me 8 only. Now what is the output of stats count by vendor country? Is for Australia it's 4, for Japan it's 4 as well. So if you see, for each and every Japan row it added 4, for each and every Australia row it added 4 as well. Okay, with all the existing rows. Now if I say event stats count by vendor country and vendor city, so in that case, if you see, for each and every row it has added the stats value of this combination, vendor country and vendor city. That's why it is added 1 for each and every row. Now let's keep this one as it is. We'll go to the stream stats now. Okay, so instead of event stats, let's use stream stats. Okay, now let's see what is happening. Now when I added stream stats always work on either existing row or the current row, or it can work on the previous row as well. And just like we do cumulative sum, so stream stats add or calculates row as it is when it is getting. Let me show you that one. So if you see here, the I am using the count function here, right? So that means when in the first row the count is 1, when it is moving to the second row my total count is 2, when it is moving to the third row my total count is 3. Similarly, when I'm moving to the fourth row, my total count is 1. Now, when I'm moving to the fifth row, my count is becoming resetting to 1 because my country is changing here. Because my by clause governs the stream stats output. So if I remove this by clause and just say stream stats count, it will continue counting this one as well. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's go back to the vendor country. So this is how stream stats works. So instead of count, if I let's say average of weight, it will be more intuitive. Okay, so now let's see what is happening. So first row, the average is 4 only because we have only one row. For second row, the total count is now 7. So my average becomes 7 by 2, 3.5. When it going to the third row, my total count is becoming 10. Total number is becoming 3. That's why average is becoming 3.33. Similar way. So this is how stream stats works. Okay, let me go back to the count only. Okay, now if I say count by vendor country and then vendor city. So now if you see stream stats for this combination, this by class combination, it will always get 1. That's why for each and every row it is giving me 1 count. So the by clause of stream stat governs its behavior as well. Now stream stats has a lot of other useful use cases which I'll be discussing separately. Mm, so for now, this particular video I just wanted to show you the basic differences among the stream stats, event stats, and our stats functions. They're very useful commands in Splunk. See you in next video.